Hello, everyone. Welcome so much to Astro's Partner Education. My name is Heidi Hendrickson. I'm one of the co-founders at Astro and the Association for Short-Term Rental Homeowners, that is. And I'm really excited today to be bringing you this 30-minute segment in partnership with Key. I'm joined today by Kim LaLande, the CEO and founder of Key. Super excited to hear from you today. And we do have a quick 30 minutes, so we're going to jump right into things because we want to make sure we cover everything. There will be room for Q&A, but feel free to post questions in the chat if you'd like. So a quick little background about Astro for those of you joining us for the first time. We were formed in early 2020 when we found a lot of fragmentation happening in the short-term rental space, in particular for self-managing hosts. So our goal at Astro is to provide an unbiased, safe, legal, and profitable platform for short-term rental homeowners. We are the connection point between guests, vendors, and the homeowner hosts. And we did partner with a lot of the industry's key companies, being that connection point, again, between the hosts and their valuable services. So we do a lot of engagement through all of our platforms between our website with fantastic business directory. We also have our membership community where it's a separate platform where members can join either on a free or premier host tier. The good news is on the premier host tier, it unlocks all educational opportunities. It also unlocks some pretty amazing discounts. So for furnishing your rentals or whatever else, definitely worth checking out. We do a monthly newsletter also, and then our social media outlets are quite active. So you'll see a lot of great content through those. And then we do educational events and webinars like what you're attending today. So a lot of great ways to get involved and engage with the community. As far as member community, that is a separate login, and you'll find that everything in there is organized by topics. So you can easily find the information you might be looking for or resources. All of our live events are posted, our educational courses as well. And then a lot of member engagement. So you'll see posts from our corporate members, anything relevant to that self-managing short-term rental host is what this is going to be all about. So again, free to join, or the premier host tier gets you full access to all those discounts and education. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Kim, hear all about your background and learn everything key related about your unforgettable guest experiences that you're helping to create.
Great. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining, and thank you to Heidi and the Astro team for providing us with the opportunity to share more about what we've built at Key.co. I'm Kim LaLande, the founder and CEO, and to provide a little bit of background on myself, prior to launching Key, I ran business development for a large multi-billion-dollar law firm, DLA Piper. DLA represents some of the leading technology companies around the world. It's what provided me with the insight into entrepreneurship and all things that are possible with building great companies. And it also provided me the inspiration to launch Key. As part of my job at DLA, I traveled quite a bit, specifically from Austin, Texas, where we're headquartered, to San Francisco every other week. And I had the luxury of staying in great hotels where you have the convenience of the hotel-like services at your fingertips. Daily housekeeping, local concierge for recommendations, in-room dining, gym and spa services. Well, the firm asked me to spend 2 months in San Francisco and offered to get a vacation rental home so I could bring along my 2 young children. And what I found was a great home right in the heart of the city. But because it was a vacation rental and not a hotel, it didn't come with the convenience of the hotel-like services. There is no shortage of information online and no shortage of friends to call, but it was on me to do the research, read the reviews, coordinate, and book everything, which was quite time consuming. So that's what gave me the idea for Key. I wrapped up my summer in San Francisco, returned back to Austin, and we launched. And so at Key, we partner with vacation rental homes to provide guests with one convenient platform to book all the in-home services for their stay. Pre-arrival groceries, massages, babysitters, drivers, chefs, masseuses, as well as curated local experiences. What are the top things you recommend I do in these amazing destinations while I'm visiting? Today, Key provides services in the top mountain, beach, city, and desert destinations across the US, and we're now launching throughout the Caribbean. Our goal over the next 2 years is to open in 100+ markets across US, Mexico, Caribbean, and Canada. But today we're in over 40 markets. We work with over 2,000 vacation rental homes. We work with over 1,000 local vendors, and we have serviced over 7,000 guests. Our sole mission at Key is to elevate each stay, driving 5-star reviews and digitizing this very manual process, back and forth process of recommending local things to do, and also providing a seamless booking experience for the guest. Our platform is where hospitality meets technology. Guests can browse from our curated catalog of services. They can customize and book each item, and they can access their personalized itinerary from one convenient place. The itinerary will include the address and check-in information for their stay. It'll have all the details of their daily reservations, including notification when their groceries have been stocked pre-arrival. Guests can also explore and add services while they're planning and all throughout their stay. And they can contact Key's hospitality team at any point to get local recommendations or help with booking services for their stay. To provide a little data on our guests and most booked services, our guests tend to be people with more money than time, very busy individuals who love to travel and value time spent with family and friends, and they want every little detail handled. On average, our guests are spending over $1,000 per trip on services and experiences. And in looking at some of the top booked categories out of our catalogs, number one is food and drink. 52% of our services sold are in the food and drink category. Then behind that, in-home amenities, outdoor activities, transportation, and then wellness and relaxation. And to provide more insight into each of these categories and top book services, number one, pre-arrival grocery stocking. It is amazing to show up to your home, your vacation home, and you have a kitchen fully stocked with your favorite things versus the alternative of stopping by the grocery store within your first 2 hours of vacation and having to shop. The second most booked category in our food and drink, most booked service in our food and drink category are private chefs. We love working with local chefs, whether it's a 5-course meal because the group is celebrating something special, or if it's hire a chef for the day to handle every food need and really bring in those local flavors. Or if it's just heat and serve meals, whether you're coming off the slopes, off the boat, off the beach, that you can just pop in the oven. And then our second most booked category are outdoor activities. Our guests love being out and about and experiencing what each destination has to offer. Some of our top booked in our beach towns are beach bonfire and s'mores, private ski and snowboard lessons in our ski markets, boat charters, whether it's on the ocean, a catamaran, or on lakes such as North Lake Tahoe or Austin. And then these two categories are really about providing services around the home. People book these amazing vacation rentals and want to spend time in them. So our wellness and relaxation category, our guests love booking in-home massages, in-home yoga sessions, and then also in-home amenities, whether it's a babysitter, baby equipment rentals, or really activating experiences in the home, such as cocktail making class that a lot of people pair with our chefs. Every service in our catalog is vetted for quality. We have entire teams dedicated for this. Marjorie heads up our guest experience team. Our guest experience team is on the front lines working with each of our guests for every little detail or every little question, taking it off of our homeowner and property manager's plate. Cabe heads up our partner success team. Our partner success team works directly with our property managers and homeowners to ensure we're matching the right services with your rental and that you're happy with the level of service Key is providing. We also built this company for you. So we love feedback and really working hand in hand as a partner to build the next features or add more services that we may not have thought about, but you have local connections with. And then Natalia heads up our vendor and curation team. Our vendor and curation team sources the best services and homes in each destination. They conduct an extensive onboarding process where they interview every vendor and make sure that what they offer is a fit for our clientele and for your home. And then we consistently monitor quality through reviews from guests, from partners, and from our guest experience team. And we work closely with our local vendors and provide feedback on how they can improve their service or add other categories of items to our catalog to drive more revenue for their businesses. And our backend is algorithmic based. So if they start falling behind in the reviews, they won't be the preferred vendor in our platform. And then we are always adding new items. We have a button in our catalog for guests on don't see what you're looking for. Our team will get to work and source it for you. And so they'll do the work, they'll complete this process, add new services. That way the next 100 guests that check into your home have that available to them to book. The back end of our technology platform allows us to manage all of our curated catalogs. It allows for seamless fulfillment for all orders and requests, taking it off of your plate. We handle all the guest communication around their itinerary, and it provides for a secure payment platform. So we charge the guest once, and we handle the dissemination of payments on the back end. That was one of my pain points with my experience in San Francisco, where I was having to manage all the local vendors and the payments. And so at Key, it's one convenient platform to handle all of that. Our guests love working with Key. Whether it's a family trip, a 50th birthday, there's always one person in the group that's tasked with coordinating everything, which is quite time consuming, and you want to get it right. So there's a lot of pressure. So Key makes that coordinator shine and handles everything so they can relax. And our partners also love working with Key. We are truly an extension of your rental, of your team, and of you, and handling every detail and ensuring that your guest has an amazing experience. And that way you're not having to spend the time on it. So when we initially started Key, we focused on the property management category. So we work with hundreds of property managers across our destinations. We then started onboarding strategic partners who have great quality guests, such as JetLinks, a private aviation company, TravelerMade out of Europe, who they love staying in vacation rentals in the US. So we can also send bookings to your home and then handle all of the services. And through this, we had a lot of homeowners coming through our platform. And so that's what we're launching this week is our homeowner platform. That way homeowners can come on, easily sign up, onboard their guest, and be a part of Key's luxury network. So here's a URL we've created specifically for Astro members. So all you have to do is visit this, and then it's 3 easy steps. First, enter in your contact information on how you want us to communicate with you on all your guest communications or questions or things regarding your home. Second, you add in all of your home details. If you have a rental that is not yet in a Key service market, do not be shy in filling this out and letting us know. A lot of times demand coming in from our website changes our market launch schedule. And so we're always happy to adapt. And then of course, we'll notify you on markets ahead and when we're coming to your area if we're not already there. And then you just enter your payment details. So $20 a month per home, and voila, you've got access to Key's full platform, curated catalog of services, and the entire vendor and guest services team to ensure your guest has an amazing stay. And from there, once you're onboarded, our team handles every detail. And so we will onboard your home, take in all your guest check-ins. We source quality vendors in your area and match them with services that are great for your home. And then we provide you with all the marketing details and information to set your home apart from the rest. You'll see right now in the vacation rental industry, you have hotels, high-end hotels who are getting into this space and providing the services. So you have Accor Hotels, Marriott Homes and Villas, Mandarin Oriental, Four Seasons. And so Key is really in partnership with your home to be able to compete against the other larger players that are coming in. And we always love perks. So we send out seasonal perks to your guests to encourage them to book services through Key. One of our most popular that we recently launched during ski season was 20% off ski and snowboard fitting and delivery. And this wasn't the guest having to go to the shop to get their rentals. This was the shop coming to the guest. So our platform enables them to fill in all their sizes, what equipment they need. It gets delivered to your home when on the first day of their trip, and then they pick it up. So the guests are not having to fool with all that. And then for Astro members, everyone who signs up by the end of the month receives $100 credit toward key services or homes. This is for you to use in your home if you're staying there, or if you need to plan a vacation, we've got amazing vacation rentals on our site that you can book and use the credit, or you can pass it along to a guest, a VIP guest that's checking in. So we have spent the years building a company and a brand that's all about making moments unforgettable and that's seamless. So browsing a catalog of curated local services, booking those services, and then simply arrive and relax. So with that, you can truly see that we're excited to build the next great brand in travel and hospitality, and we would love for you all to be along with us on our journey. Here's our email, here's our phone number. So please reach out with any questions. My email is kim@key.co. You can always reach out to me as well. And then here's the URL again that's specifically created for Astro members. And so with that, we can pause and open it up for questions.
This is so amazing, Kim. I can't tell you how the charcuterie board arrival piece is just, I can't even imagine how well that must go over. People just love it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's great. So I have a lot of questions myself. Please feel free to chime in on chat, anyone, but also, so can you talk a little bit about, I know you touched on the process. You have an amazing team supporting all of your, I want to say contractors, but that might not be the right terminology, but sourcing them and maybe some of the key markets that you started out in and how you've expanded. I'd love to hear about.
Sure. So one, we do have an amazing team. So when we are onboarding local vendors, and we're truly the marketplace. So we are the middleman that's taking great local services, the team's curating them. And a lot of times our curation starts with the homeowners and property managers. They have vendors they want their guests to be introduced to. We onboard those. We also do a lot of market research and data comparison between other beach markets we're in, urban markets, desert, et cetera. And so we'll go fulfill the catalogs and add more services around that. And then interviewing them. And then our goal is to make local vendors successful. And so, for instance, chefs, you think of a chef as, planning a 5-course meal, but we know our guests love heat and serve meals when they're coming off their daily activity. And so we will feed them the data. Here are how many check-ins, here's the group sizes, create amazing menus for the season. And so that's how we onboard each of our vendors and services. And then we keep track of the data through the platform. Most clicked, what are guests loving? What are we getting incoming requests for? Let's go add that to the catalog.
Definitely. I love it. Okay. So Donna just chimed in. She asked, what are the fees for the vendor, the host, and the guest? Can you speak to that a little?
Sure. So the membership fee for the host is $20 a month. And so that's easy. So just a membership, you can go and sign on, and then we activate your home. We send you marketing materials, and most of our partners provide us with the check-in data where we're marketing. Here are the top book services in your area, in your home. Here's the team that's an extension of, we're partnered with Key. You now have access to them because of the membership. And so on the services, on the transactional side, there are vendor discounts anywhere from 5 to 20%, and then also really 10 to 20%. And then Key charges a coordination fee, and the coordination fee varies from 5 to 20%. So if it's beach equipment rentals in San Diego, that's not a lot of heavy lifting on us. So that'll be more your 5%. If it is a custom, chef coursed meal for a friend's 50th birthday and they're all staying there and Key is working with you and the chef to put that together, then that will be 20%. So, but other than that, there are no other fees for the host to have access and a membership with Key.
Okay, perfect. Is there an opportunity for the homeowner host to create a revenue stream, or is this predominantly just a nice guest service offering?
Yes, definitely. So we work with our property managers and homeowners. So if that's something that's of interest, we're happy to, we've got different levels.
Okay. So they could just reach out to your team to explore that further.
Yes, reach out to the team. Cabe heads up our team, and it's a revenue share. And then we push, push different items. Those typically work best too when the property managers or homeowners are marketing Key in their channels as well, just to increase the volume. So
Sure. So it becomes a very symbiotic partnership, almost like an affiliate type of structure.
yes, and we've
Okay.
got the perfect packet on here, the most successful partners with Key and what everyone's doing. So it's a community we've created.
Great. So if you have just one property, could you still participate in that?
Yes, that's what this whole homeowner launch is for. So individuals who have under 5 properties, and so go on to this URL, sign up, and be in touch today. So as long as you're in your market, and if not, still let us know, and we collect data on what where vacation rentals want to sign up that we may not yet be in. So our goal is 100 markets by the end of next year. So we've got a lot of expansion.
Yeah, that's exciting. Are your markets predominantly US, North America, or do they expand further?
Predominantly US now. We are expanding in the Caribbean as well at partner and homeowners request. But right now, predominantly US and Caribbean.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And I did want to circle back. I wrote some notes about when you mentioned guest check-in, because I know for a lot of self-managing hosts, trying to manage things, especially if you're remote, but you're not utilizing a property manager, maybe this is a great solution to help with that check-in piece. Can you talk about how far Key is able to take that part of the guest management?
So sure, typically we are doing all the pre-arrival. So during the planning, we're helping them with all the planning for their trip and getting the services booked. And then pre-arrival groceries, for instance, we are in the home before the guest even checks in, making sure everything's stocked and laid out for them. If they want a cheese and charcuterie board and wine upon arrival. So we handle all of those details. We don't right now handle housekeeping. So we're not doing the turn of the homes. We have had incoming requests for putting eyes to make sure it's been cleaned and that everything's ready for the guest staged and ready for the guest to check in. So that's a service we're looking at adding, but today it's just the travel services for the guest.
Okay. Yeah. Like a pre-arrival inspection can be a really easy selling benefit too. So that makes sense.
Definitely. And a lot of our partners too, if they have a VIP guest, they'll contact Key and want to order services that are there for them out of our catalog as well. So
awesome.
And
okay, we have another question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
How does the cancellation policy work? Is that managed by Key, or does the vendor set the policy?
So it's all managed by Key, but we work with our vendors and mirror their cancellation policy. And so one of the things our platform does is, one, it's front and center on every service booked. And then we have automated triggers that go out on last day to cancel, or we need your ski and snowboard fittings, or you've got to finalize your menu for your chef, or last day to add any other groceries because we're locking this in. And so all that's automated through our system and front and center for the guest.
So on average, once a booking's completed, how many touch points does Key have with the guest on behalf of the owner, trying to help them structure and get their stay dialed in?
It depends on how high maintenance and tech savvy the guest is. Okay. Some guests that they just use the phone and text and want the team to handle everything. So there's a lot of back and forth. I mean, we can get up to 50 back and forths, including, okay, now I want to move this from 5 to 6, or I've got another guest coming or whatever. We handle all of that. And if there's a service issue, it comes to Key and we're working with the vendor. We don't want the guest spending a minute of their vacation handling those types of issues. So we handle all that, and we're very guest friendly. Guest comes first. And so then as far as the homeowner, if there are, lockbox issues where our pre-arrival grocery stocker can't get in, we're working with the homeowner on that. So our booking team and partner success team works directly with the homeowner, and then our guest services team works directly with the guest. And then on the back end with Key, they're all that information is surfaced and working together. So our low maintenance customers, it's all through the platform. Our high maintenance customers, it's very service and through calls. So, and we can accommodate.
That's great. Very case by case basis, but very service oriented, obviously too. I love it. That's so exciting. So does Key provide insurance for things that happen? So if they do, how much coverage when there is a potential issue?
So we work with the vendor. We have our own insurance and we work with the vendor. Natalia, do you want to talk a little bit about the vendor insurance?
Sure, absolutely. So as Key mentioned, Key has our own insurance, but we do only partner with insured vendors. So think in particular your babysitting vendors, anybody that's entering the home, we do require our vendors to be insured, and we require a certificate of that insurance to be a vetted onboarded vendor with Key.
Perfect. Yeah. Very key, especially with the babysitter piece. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the most common one that comes up is babysitting.
And
Yeah.
chefs, and stoves, and pool parties. So it's we make sure they're insured, and we carry our own insurance as well. So
Happy to say we haven't had to face those issues in the past, but of course we want to be set up in the event things do happen.
Absolutely. That's proper planning. Be proactive there. I love it. Well, awesome. Well, this has been awesome. I'm so excited to get started with this and check things out. I love that you can do it with a single property. It's truly a revenue stream potential. You can customize it, it sounds like, on an as needed basis. And it's really, it's like a concierge on complete steroids, if I had to describe it. So this is amazing. Appreciate the Astro benefit that you guys are willing and able to provide. So we'll post details in our membership community for our members to get access that way as well. And awesome. Thank you so much, Kim, for presenting today, sharing all the info. Really appreciate your whole team joining us. And again, excited to keep sharing this great platform.
definitely, thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.